I accidentally left a water stain on a piece of white paper. When I wiped it with a paper towel, the numbers on it caught my attention. Driven by curiosity, I wrote a set of numbers on the whiteboard. After repeatedly breaking them down and analyzing them, I finally arrived at a date.
9/11/01.
To verify my hypothesis, I went to the computer and started searching. I found that the date of the numbers corresponded exactly to the 9/11 attacks, and the number of deaths also matched the numbers. This sent a chill down my spine, because these numbers, left in 1959, had somehow foretold the disaster of 2001. To verify that this was just a coincidence, I wrote all the numbers on the whiteboard and checked each one using the computer. The results showed that each set of numbers corresponded to the exact date of a disaster, not only matching the time, but also the number of deaths to the exact figure. I noticed that there were additional numbers following each date and death toll, but I still didn't understand their meaning. To seek answers, I sought help from my astronomy friend. Explained to him how these numbers could predict disasters, and showed him the materials I had collected, informing him that 3 more disasters had yet to occur. The next one was set to happen tomorrow, with the prediction of 340 casualties based on these numbers. My friend believed that these had no scientific basis and were merely coincidences. After hearing this, I no longer argued and turned to leave. After returning home, I sat in front of the TV watching the news. But by the afternoon, there was still no news report about the disaster. At that moment, my son suddenly called. He told me it was raining today and he didn't bring an umbrella, so I needed to pick him up. On the way to pick up my son, I encountered evening rush hour traffic. To get to the school as soon as possible, I opened the navigation app to find an alternative route. However, I found that all roads were blocked. Just as I was about to call my son, I noticed the GPS coordinates on the navigation app. I realized the numbers were familiar, so I took out the piece of paper covered in numbers. After comparing the numbers, I realized that the numbers I hadn't deciphered were the location of the disaster. To confirm my hypothesis, I got out of the car and approached a police officer. I asked him if there were any casualties. The police officer only said that there had been a car accident ahead, but as soon as he finished speaking, he turned around in panic and ran away. I turned to look. He saw an airliner plummeting toward us at high speed.